Hi all. So it's Kevin here, and today we are going to interview Rayhan Hossain of Ecom Impactor. Um, Rayhan is one of the guys that knows more of Facebook ads than probably most other people. He'll be too shy to say that. I know that for a fact. We have now known each other for 7 years.
Yeah,
So we're going on 7 years.
seven
We've
years.
known each
Yeah,
other 2015. We launched our first t-shirts and made our first sales.
yes. And we broke the internet with that T-shirt.
We did break the internet, and
Yeah,
it was a good t-shirt.
yeah,
It's funny what you find on the news in the morning at
yeah.
6 a.m. But yeah, so I'd like to get into it with Ray because Ray is some of the things that I see him goes over my head, and I know quite a lot. And Ray is in there at the thick of it, and he is smashing records all the time. I've seen things he's done, and it's just unbelievable. So, first of all, can you just tell us a wee bit about Ecom Impactor and how you became into an agency?
Yeah. So, hi everyone, it's Rayhan Hossain. So, I started actually, Kevin. My first journey on e-commerce actually was with Kevin. We started selling T-shirts back in 2015, and we sold quite a lot. By quite a lot, I meant quite a lot. And Kevin was coming up with ideas, and I was playing with Facebook advertisement and all that, and it was so awesome. Back in the days, Facebook was a bit
Yeah,
easier, but
he was my he, yeah,
yeah,
it
so
was easier.
it was easier. So funny golden era. So and then I actually started building my team here in Bangladesh. And right now, through Ecom Impact, we are providing services such as finding dropshipping products, winning dropshipping products for clients, and sometimes building landing page and funnel for them. And then, of course, and obviously, running a Facebook advertisement, because I see most of the people are failing at Facebook advertising because of the ad copy and the creative types, and sometimes everything, if everything is good, their landing page is not just convertible. So yeah, we are actually providing these services. Along with that, we are actually providing design services for print on demand sellers. We do have a team in place, in-house graphics designers. So yeah, we are actually, if we,
That's it.
yeah, through Ecom Impactor, we are actually providing 360-degree services. Yes. And oh, and another thing that recently what we've seen that most of the people are getting banned more frequently on Facebook. So we came up with an service, and that's through that service we provide managed business manager and ad accounts, and as well as pages, and we do consultation for how not to get yourself banned on Facebook, how not to get your page restricted too fast, and what to do, what not to do. So we have that service in place as well. Yeah.
That's 360 thing you mentioned is so you will actually design print on demand products for people to sell. Your
Yeah, of
clients.
course. Yeah. I mean, through Shopify, of course, because as you can see, the print on demand has evolved, right? It
So
was kind of
much.
easy. It was kind of simplistic back in the days, but right now, you need through Shopify, you need some kind of customization. People are more into customized products, so there are some kind of apps. There are some kind of design that works well with those kind of apps. So we provide research services as finding the code and then finding and designing most of the character, customized character or something like that are in house, and we do. And uploading those products, such as you see that I love my dog, and then you put your dog's face or breed in there. But what we have found that to do that kind of design, it seems really easier to customize on product page, but in the back end you have to have 500 different types of clip art of your dog. Okay, so different breed, different colors, and all that. So it takes time to upload. So we have those kind of services in place. Yeah.
That's okay. That's different. I did not know that. Okay, you kept that. So tell me, what people want to know is really the most important thing. When you're starting out a new Facebook ad for a client, what would your testing budget be, and what would the metric you would use now that iOS is gone to know if it's a winner or not?
Okay, first thing about iOS is that actually it is not gone. I mean, you can actually, send those pixel purchase to Facebook via server-side tracking. It is very much possible, but
Yeah,
it
that's
is
right.
costly right now because you have to have developer working in place, and you have to customize your theme, etc., and then have to have
But
some
but
kind of yeah.
but if we look at the normal drop shipper, they won't have the tech know-how to do the server-side part of that.
Okay, if server side part is so so technical, it's not really possible for for someone to just come up and solve
Hmm.
it, because you need to know, you need to have coding knowledge, you need to have pixel knowledge. All those kind of knowledge have to have have to be aligned to solve that issue on through on your team, because different teams are using different codings, etc. So you have to be able to edit those coding part, and through and then you will be able to solve that via server side.
Hmm.
And this kind of services sells around from 300, it cost from $25 to 700 USD to solve this one time. We are also providing that services as well. But having said that, if I go back to your question, that your question was how a newcomer, new dropshipper will be able to judge his advertisement, right? So fasting fast is actually CPC. If someone is not clicking on your ad, it is not it's not profitable anymore. If someone is not landing on your page, on your website, it won't be profitable. So that is the first
Hmm.
matrix that I look at, and after that comes CPM, and actually CPM varies. Right now, what I see that you in USA, we actually remember that in 2015 we were able to get 55 $5 CPM, $4 CPM. We would call $8 CPM at advertisement price here, right? And right now, sadly, in Facebook, in USA, the CPM is around 60 USD to 80 USD. It is normal, very much normal. And in fast few hours, it would be 100 USD. So CPM is not
So
that
does it
much. Yeah.
lower over time then?
Yeah, it comes, it comes lower. It comes lower over the time. It takes time, but it comes lower. But it would settle
Hmm.
anywhere around 40 USD and 50 USD if your advertisement is really good, if your creative is really good. But what I have seen that most of the people, they're using um, creatives from other drop shippers, and they are not actually mixing. They are not actually mixing to their own angle. So they're failing because Facebook, that on TikTok is very much faster to tag your video to know what you're advertising, right? But actually on TikTok you get much faster restriction and ban than Facebook, because on TikTok is able to read the whole video. Okay, so
That's right.
Facebook being one of the one of the wealthiest company in the planet Earth, you should know that they're using artificial intelligence that is able to differentiate videos, that is able to see that you are actually using copied video from someone else. So you have to add something in your video, like changing the background image, background audio, or adding some kind of adding 1 second intro of your own company, and then cutting a bit here and there, or adding a bit here then, and only then Facebook, the algorithm will judge your video as a as an unique video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that your video is unique. And then, as you have asked earlier, that what metrics I look at, that is CPC. CPM doesn't really matter in today's world. But then again, if your CPM is above 100, then you know that your page is being restricted, you are being penalized. So you have to look after that as well. And then, of course, add to cart ratio, because I always want my, if I'm selling something around, if my selling price is $19, or $25 or something like that, something that people buy on impulse, then I'm sorry, if you are you getting background noise? I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so actually the construction going on the top floor, so that there's that problem. So yeah, what I was selling that for add to cart, right? So if I'm selling something around $20 or $25, then my add to cart, I look at the add to cart cost per add to cart at $4 or $5, because you would get a successful purchase after every two, 3 or 4 add to cart, right? So if you're not getting add to cart at $5, you won't be able to won't be able to be on the profitable side here.
Yeah.
So that is the main metrics I look
Yeah.
at.
So you'd be looking at what about your CTR, because that's your click through rate. So that is telling you how many people are coming through to your site. So that's pretty important at the moment, especially without the iOS. And also mentioned CTC, CPC. Sorry.
CPC,
So
yeah. Oh, let me clear. I just forgot to add that CTR and CPC. So my CPC, if I'm not actually getting CPC below $2, some people consider it $3 or $5. But I look at the type of business we do, the type of products I sell. I prefer CPC below $2. If it is not below 2, I won't be profitable. And if CTR is not above 1.5, I won't be profitable either. And some people says that, some gurus says that, hey, leave your advertisement for 24 hours and 48 hours. Don't look at it. And judge after 48 hours. That is, I call it BS, because if your advertisement, if your ad is not showing a good sign from the very first few hours, it won't be profitable. In next 2 or 3 days.
I, I'm very much there, because I think it's always been that way on Facebook. Um, Within 12 hours, if your metrics are not right, it is not going to change in 48 hours. All of a sudden become, okay, let's give him $2 CPC, and let's let people click through more, so he's got a 2.5. It doesn't happen. So in
Yeah.
them first 12 hours that I see, if your ads are rubbish, they're going to
Yeah,
be
if,
rubbish in 2 days.
if your ads are rubbish at the first few hours, it is rubbish, forever and ever. Because I've seen people, I've seen gurus, they're telling people to keep their ads alive for 24 hours. But that is total BS. If you're not, if your CTR is below 1%, if your CPC is above $3 or $4, dollar, and if people are not commenting and sharing, you should really consider changing your creatives, consider changing your products and niches, and consider approve improve the overall performance. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And another thing I would like to add,
yeah,
that, and most people actually forget, that Facebook gives you a ranking, rating on your creative at the ad level. Okay, rating on your conversion, rating on engagement, and etc. etc. So this rating happens, this ranking or rating happens after Facebook, reach 500 people, 500 unique people, and only then you'll be able to see that ranking. So what Facebook does, if from these 500 people, Facebook, they show some kind of negative activities, didn't like it or something like that, Facebook would immediately, rank you lower. So there's no possibility that Facebook over the time will improve the ranking. No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good thing that people can go by their metrics, because I know that start. I actually have had people on spend $1,000 on one ad, hoping it will convert.
That is totally,
It
totally sad
surprises
part
me when they
because
come
they,
and say
yeah.
that. They say, "I've lost money on ads," and I says, "Okay, how much have you spent? $1,000. How many ads have you run? One. What?" So then I go in and that's part of DropHippo as well. What we do is we'll go into the ad account and have a look for them and say, okay, get it wrong. You cannot be doing this. This is just going to extremely blow your budget. Uh, but that's a lot of the things I see. But the other things that I'm seeing is really bad ad copy and really bad sales copy on websites. But did you get that?
No, the internet just, being slow maybe from your side, sometimes it cuts the words.
So what I have noticed with some people is their ad copy and their ads is really bad, and then on their sales page is really as well, but they're making sales. Can you
Yeah, I
put that
mean,
down to something
okay,
like
so
it's maybe a
there's something
very
that,
viral product?
yeah, yeah. So there's something that you need to, consider. Some people uses, some people, some guy that I was, lucky or unlucky to look into their, ad accounts, and I found that they have hacked ad account, and what they do, they put, high budget ad set in place, and they don't really care about ad spend, because if they make sales, ROAS in that, level, on that level, ROAS, it doesn't really matter, because every sales is profitable,
Yeah.
right? So, some people does that, and they are selling, pretty viral, product. They're actually, changing the, website URL multiple times a day, and then they are swapping. It's kind of a black hat system. They're swapping the pages every now and then,
Okay.
and then, everything, all that.
Mhm.
So yeah, sometimes that, and sometimes, yeah, people are making money. That is true. I myself, I have, tested, ad without, ad copy or anything. It is just blank, nothing else, just the product, okay, and the order now button and headline, blah blah. So it really worked. It worked because the product was, really nicer, and on the landing page it was, it was really good, because on the landing page, if you put the description in a way that people would like, and, if you have a fashion product, then you have to have that, sizing and everything else in place that it would sell. Having said that, I came to know there is a dropshipper in Europe that have sold like 90 million in 1 year, and he only sold, fashion product, right, from, ladies fashion garments and all that, and he only uses like, slide, videos, right? It is changing without any music or anything else, and carousel ad, and without any ad copy is pretty simple. Hey, it is out now at 20% discount, and, restocked again, etc., or we are emptying, or we are actually, offering extreme offer on our, extreme discount on our selling, on our website. Please check it out. That kind of, that kind of, ad copy. So what I have found that on Facebook algorithm, it is all comes down to your, if your image, the image you are using, if you are using video, then if your thumbnail is really eye catchy, that people click on that thumbnail to play the video, or click on that image to land on your page. Facebook sees that and then optimizes it for other people. So that is how they are able to reach more people, because they're using multiple the color, the product that people like. And if it is video, then they're using thumbnail. You must have seen those thumbnail with arrows, right? Red arrows or yellow arrows, because arrows trigger people to to click on that video. So that is why people
Mhm.
uses arrow. I do use arrows more often on my video, and it really worked. I have I have split tested video
So
without.
the,
Yeah.
the more you can get someone to click your ad within the first 3 to 5 seconds would be the best bet.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Of course, it's true. You have to. I see that most of the
Most
people, they are uploading
quick you
videos.
can get there,
Yeah,
boom.
uploading videos for their product, but they are not thinking about thumbnail. Thumbnail is pretty important, because if someone is
Mhm.
taking that extra step to play your video, Facebook takes it as a positive signal for your video to optimize for that kind of people, or more, or reducing your cost or CPM or CPC over the time.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. I see a lot, and especially seeing it now on TikTok. The first 3 to 5 seconds, you're seeing like an explosion of an ad.
Yes,
To click
and
that
that.
ad right away.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is actually not only TikTok, also on YouTube. You see this, that your favorite influencer, no matter what niche he is in or she is in, you see that fast few seconds about those, about those moments that someone slapped him or her, or what she did, and
Mhm.
that, and
Mhm.
then the video would start with normal pace, but it would keep the audience still lost to watch the whole video. So that is the mechanism in place that works in anywhere. It works in YouTube, in Facebook, on TikTok, and any other place on the universities. Advertisement is basically a psychological game. No matter what platform you are on, it is always you playing with psychology, people's psychology, and getting the action you want. So yeah.
That's why I love speaking to you about ads because you're thinking so differently from other people with the psychology of how people think. You've looked in, you've researched everything you know about the algorithm, the pixel, you name it. I don't know anyone else that does this, and that's why you're successful, Ray. So I remember the days when we started, and now where you are is phenomenal to see. Um, and I'm proud of you for what you've done. So it's amazing.
Yeah, you and me, we started together. I mean, back in the days, I didn't know anything about Facebook advertisement and algorithm, but over the time we
Oh,
started.
none of the two of us knew.
And
I'm not
then,
sure if I'm
yeah.
not sure if there was a pixel. If I remember, I can't remember if there was even a pixel.
Yeah,
But that's
Pixel was so easier. I mean, people didn't think about Pixel. What Pixel? It don't have to have
yeah.
it on Salesforce and I think, yeah. So,
I'll kind of wrap this up now. I don't want it to leave it too long for people because obviously they don't like watching long videos. People when you should be learning your knowledge
yeah.
and listening. But I really do appreciate you coming on today. So how do people get in contact with you to obviously use your agency?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they can actually ping me on my Facebook or ecomimpactor.com. Our is our website. So there's that, and of course LinkedIn. but our website is not really ready because we don't have enough time for that. Actually, we are managing multiple projects at the time. Our teams and multiple people are busy at multiple things, so we are not ready yet. But yeah, you can always ping surf through our website, Ecom Impactor, and also on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure there's a link
Yeah, sure thing.
below to your profile so that people can get
That
in
will be
touch with
helpful.
you. But thanks for today, Ray. I really appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of your day. I think it's what, 4 o'clock there now.
Yeah, almost 4 p.m.
Almost four.
Yeah,
All right.
you
So
too. Enjoy the
enjoy,
day.
and speak to you soon. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
bye bye.